Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe my channel and like my videos. Please support.
Shadows in the wilderness, in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, where the dense foliage blocked out the sun's rays and the air was heavy with humidity. There existed a legend. It was said that deep within the depths of the jungle, there lay a hunting ground like no other, a place where the spirits of the ancient warriors roamed, their restless souls hungering for blood. But despite the warnings of the locals, a group of adventurous friends decided to seek out this legendary hunting ground. Drawn by the promise of adventure and the thrill of the hunt, they set out into the wilderness, their hearts pounding with excitement and anticipation. Among them was Alex, a seasoned explorer with a thirst for danger; Sarah, his fearless companion whose bravery knew no bounds; Mark, the skeptic who had been dragged along against his better judgment; and Emily, the quiet one whose sharp wit belied her gentle demeanor. As they ventured deeper into the jungle, the air grew thick with tension, the oppressive heat weighing down upon them like a suffocating blanket. But despite their discomfort, they pressed on, driven by a sense of purpose that bordered on obsession. Hours turned into days as they hacked their way through the dense undergrowth, their progress slow and arduous. But just when they were beginning to lose hope, they stumbled upon it, the legendary hunting ground they had been searching for. The clearing was bathed in eerie moonlight, the trees looming like silent sentinels around its perimeter. And in the center of it all stood a stone altar, its surface slick with blood and adorned with offerings to the ancient gods. As they approached the altar, a sense of unease settled over them, the hairs on the back of their necks standing on end. But despite their misgivings, they could not tear their eyes away from the sight before them. It was as if they were drawn to it by some unseen force, compelled to uncover its secrets no matter the cost. But as they reached out to touch the altar, a deafening roar shattered the silence, echoing through the jungle like a primal scream. With a start, they turned to see a shadowy figure emerging from the trees, a creature of nightmares, its eyes burning with a feral light as it bared its razor-sharp teeth in a snarl of rage. Panic surged within them as they realized the gravity of their mistake. They had stumbled upon the hunting ground of the ancient warriors, and now they would pay the price for their trespass. With a cry of terror, they turned and fled, their hearts pounding in their chests as they raced through the jungle with the creature hot on their heels. But no matter how fast they ran, they could not shake the feeling that they were being hunted, that they were nothing more than prey in a deadly game of cat and mouse. As the hours passed and exhaustion threatened to overcome them, they stumbled upon a crumbling temple hidden deep within the jungle, a last refuge from the horrors that pursued them. With trembling hands, they pushed open the doors and collapsed inside, their bodies racked with exhaustion and fear. But even as they caught their breath, they knew that they were not safe, not yet, for outside the temple walls, the creature prowled, its hungry eyes fixed on the entrance as it waited for the perfect moment to strike. With each passing moment, the tension in the air grew thicker, the silence broken only by the sound of their ragged breathing and the pounding of their hearts. And then, just when they thought they could take no more, it happened. The creature launched itself at the doors, its claws scraping against the ancient stone as it sought to break through. With a cry of terror, they scrambled to their feet and fled deeper into the temple, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls as they sought out a means of escape. But no matter where they turned, they found themselves faced with dead ends and locked doors, their hopes dwindling with each passing moment. But then, just when they were on the brink of despair, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber deep within the bowels of the temple, a chamber filled with ancient artifacts and forbidden knowledge. With trembling hands, they searched through the relics, desperate for something, anything that could help them escape the creature that hunted them. And then, at last, they found it, a ritual dagger, its blade edged with ancient runes and symbols of power. With a grim determination, they armed themselves with the dagger and prepared to face the creature that lurked outside. As they stepped out into the moonlit night, their hearts pounding in their chests, they found themselves face to face with the creature that had haunted their nightmares, a towering behemoth of muscle and sinew, its eyes burning with a hunger that could not be quenched. But as it lunged at them with a deafening roar, they stood their ground, the dagger held aloft in a trembling hand. With a cry of defiance, they plunged the blade into the creature's heart, its howls of agony filling the night as it collapsed to the ground in a heap. With a sigh of relief, they collapsed to the ground, their bodies racked with exhaustion and relief. They had faced the horrors of the jungle and emerged victorious, their bonds stronger than ever as they stood together against the darkness that threatened to consume them. But as they gazed up at the moonlit sky, they knew that their adventure was far from over, that the jungle held many more secrets and dangers than they could ever imagine. And as they prepared to face whatever lay ahead, they knew that they would do so together, united in their determination to conquer the shadows that lurked in the wilderness. As they caught their breath in the aftermath of their encounter, a sense of unease settled over the group. Despite their victory over the creature, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, that something else lurked in the shadows, waiting to strike. With wary glances exchanged between them, they made their way deeper into the temple, their senses on high alert for any sign of danger. The air grew thick with tension as they navigated the labyrinthine corridors, the flickering torches casting eerie shadows on the walls. Suddenly, they heard a faint rustling sound coming from the darkness ahead, a sound that sent shivers down their spines and set their hearts racing with fear. With bated breath, they crept forward, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls as they prepared for whatever horrors awaited them. But as they rounded a corner, they came face to face with a sight that chilled them to the bone. Looming before them was a massive statue, its stone visage twisted into a grotesque mockery of humanity. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and its outstretched hand held a sword aloft, as if poised to strike at any moment. A sense of foreboding washed over the group as they gazed up at the statue, their minds racing with fear and uncertainty. Was this some kind of trap laid by the ancient warriors to ensnare unsuspecting intruders? Or was it something far more sinister, a guardian of the temple, tasked with protecting its secrets from those who would seek to uncover them? With a sinking feeling in the pit of their stomachs, they realized that they had stumbled upon something far more dangerous than they had ever imagined. But despite their fear, they knew that they could not turn back, not now. When they were so close to unraveling the mysteries of the temple, with a grim determination, they pressed on, their footsteps echoing through the empty halls as they ventured deeper into the darkness. But no matter how far they traveled, they could not shake the feeling that they were being led deeper into a trap, that every step they took brought them closer to their doom. Suddenly, they heard a blood-curdling scream echoing through the temple, a sound that sent chills down their spines and filled them with a sense of dread.